It's time to feel the rage. Welcome to Film Rage, where we talk movies in theaters, streaming, and classic films as well. Directors and actors beware, as you cannot hide from the rage. My name is Bryce. I'm part of the Film Rage crew, which also includes Jim. Hey there, Jim.
Hey.
And also we have the Merman, who actually went to a movie with us this week. It was very exciting seeing you at the theater there, Murray.
Yeah, against my better judgment, I did go to one.
What?
I don't know what that means. Yeah. So with the introductions out of the way, let's rage on.
It's meaning I wasted my money on a movie I didn't want to see.
What?
Why'd you do that?
I don't know. I was coerced into it.
Don't give any spoilers. Maybe Bryce and I loved that movie.
Possible.
All right.
Sure
Well,
you did.
Thanks to all who've been supporting us. If you love our independent podcast, please like, subscribe, share, and give us a 5-star rating on your listening platform, or support us and join the Film Rage community by joining our membership at buymeacoffee.com/Film Rage YYC. If you cannot commit to a membership, you can still buy us a movie rental and dare us to see a terrible, 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 terrible film. As long as it's played in cinemas anywhere in the world and it's not made for children, not children like people like Bryce, but for actual children. Now, let's get to raging. But first, here's a word from our sponsor.
Is that Cove Soda?
No.
Hey, Bryce, what are you doing tonight?
I'm going to my favorite cinema, Canyon Meadows Cinema, to see the best second-run movies at the best price.
What? How inexpensive are they?
Regular price is $5.
Regular price is $5. Makes me hope they also serve pizza.
They do, plus a lot of other great food choices. Plus, I'm planning my office Christmas party there. They can host a plethora of options for any get-together. Gaming, movie, drag show.
Drag show? Now I know where I'm planning my next party.
Hey, maybe you think there's a Liam Neeson or a superhero movie planned?
I hope not. But maybe there'll be a great independent documentary.
Sure. Call CMC at 403-670-5444 to book a special event, or go online at canyonmeadowscinema.ca.
Maybe we should talk to our sponsors about getting Cove Soda.
I think we should.
They might enjoy it.
Who doesn't?
I haven't tried it.
It's good.
What would the amazing Murman predict? What would the amazing Murman predict? Will he predict the mage, or will he predict the mono? Will he tell us what we thought of movies that we saw? What would the amazing Murman predict? What would the amazing Murman predict? Merman, swimming along.
Did you say swimming
I
along?
really hate that.
Yes.
How does that make any sense?
He's a merman. He swims along. What are you, stupid?
What, you stupid?
Yeah. Duh, he's not called merman for nothing. He's got a giant whale penis, and he's got fins on his feet.
Exactly.
The fuck's wrong with you?
Swimming like a fish.
Exactly.
I didn't know any of that.
Well, where you been hiding?
Well,
You guys don't tell me anything.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to get at least one of these right. I'm not sure about the other two.
Well, we only saw
We
two.
only saw two.
Oh.
Yeah, one of them's been scratched.
Don't even talk about
Three
the
of
other
them-
one.
three of them
We're
are-
gonna
three-
see it, just not
Three of them are on the
now.
list.
Yes,
Which
that's
one didn't
right.
you see then?
Just the first two.
Oh.
We saw the first two. We didn't see the last
It's written
one.
on here.
Yeah, don't even talk about the
Yeah.
last
Okay, then,
one.
I
We'll talk
won't.
about it later
That's right.
when we
Right
see
then.
it.
We'll surprise everybody with
So I have a
it.
chance
What
of going 50-50 then.
You
There
have
you
a
go.
chance of going 100%.
I don't know about that.
Mm.
Okay, All of Us Strangers.
Yes.
Starring one of my favorite people from one of my favorite TV shows.
What?
I have no idea what
She
you're
has no
talking
idea what I'm talking about.
Nah, me neither, but
Do you read books at all?
about. I do.
Do you
Not
know,
as many as I used to.
Do you know who James Moriarty is?
James Moriarty.
He is the villain of Sherlock Holmes. He is his arch nemesis.
Okay.
I'm talking
does that
about
have to
the
do with the
TV
book?
show. Because the character in the book, this guy played in the TV show.
oh,
Just saying. And he
You
was
lost
really and he was really good.
okay,
Andrew Scott.
nice. Oh,
Well, I
good.
don't know if anything else, but anyway.
All right.
And there seemed to be just a bit of a gay theme to this. Just
Maybe.
saying. Maybe a little.
There was some gay going on.
There was some gay going on.
I'm not going to lie.
thinking.
There's a bit of gay in here.
It looked interesting. I don't know if it was supposed to be a thriller of any kind or a love story or what the hell it was because I didn't get it from the trailer.
That is a darn good question, my friend.
I don't know if you guys loved it enough to give it a mondo. I think maybe it's just a meh.
All right.
Times
Okay.
2.
All right.
And the second one, which, yes, Bryce said, I was lucky enough to see with you guys.
You were
And
lucky
spend
enough.
my very little hard-earned money on.
Yes.
I.S.S.
Yes.
For those
Yes.
not in the know, is the International Space Station, which is exactly what it sounds like.
Wait, did we tell them what the first movie was?
All of Us Strangers? I don't know. It's
There we go.
Two Guys in Love.
Yeah.
No, I thought I
but
said it.
the movie's the title.
No, I thought I said
Two
it.
guys in
Thought I said
love.
it.
That
That's
should have
not the
been-
name of the
No,
title.
I'm pretty sure I said it, but
Okay.
whatever.
Just in case
Yeah,
you did.
I.S.S. I like me some action.
Yes.
Bryce, not so much.
Okay.
And
That's not true. I like
I
good
don't know
action.
about that. Yeah, but
I just don't like
Emphasis
it to
on
be
good
loud,
action.
and I don't like it to be too fast.
that's pretty much the definition
Or
of
too
action.
much action.
Too much action-packed action.
No, I like my action to be subdued, though.
Yeah, this thing, I can't see you guys liking it half as much as I didn't like it. It's got to be a rage.
It was quite subdued.
Double rage.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm not going to say the other one because apparently you didn't watch it.
What other one? There is no other one.
There's no other one.
According to our lineup, there was.
There
no
isn't.
one told me otherwise.
I
There's no
texted
other
you.
so I watched the trailer.
I texted you.
Well,
You'll be
remember
able to just keep
I don't
your
remember
note
you
there,
saying
and
that.
we'll get to it later.
Maybe I'll change my mind and I'll watch it again.
Maybe.
Anyway,
We got to go watch it at your favorite theater,
Yeah.
my favorite theater, the one that closes half the week.
No,
the Plaza.
the Plaza. It's open all the
It's
time.
not my favorite.
7 days a
We
week.
love the Plaza.
Hasn't been my favorite since they got new management.
All right. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, no. The Plaza listens to our podcast, by the way.
Yeah,
Whatever.
thanks, dude. I guess we'll never get sponsored.
I don't
by
get
them.
too many freebies, as I recall.
love the Plaza. By
As
the way.
do I.
Good for you.
I hope they start selling Cove Soda. This moment brought to you by the purveyors of Cove Soda, satisfying your thirst and your gut with taste
Yeah, it's got probiotics. In
and zero sugar.
that too.
Cove, you'll help us and thank yourself.
By the way, I haven't been to a bad movie at the Plaza in like a year. So
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a bad movie at the Plaza.
there you go.
There we go. All right, so we saw
Oh,
All of Us Strangers.
we did.
Yes.
All of Us Strangers.
As Murray said, it had some gay in it.
There was, yeah.
Yep.
All of Us Strangers is a story about Adam, played by Andrew Scott, who apparently played something in a Sherlock Holmes TV series.
He's been in a lot
somewhere.
of stuff, but mostly TV, yes.
Yeah, I don't know who he is. It's the first time I've ever
Exactly.
seen him. I'm pretty sure he didn't exist before this movie.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Now, Adam lives in an empty high-rise apartment building, and it seems the only other person that lives there is Harry, played by Paul Mescal. That's odd. A high-rise in London
Yes.
with
Only
two
two gay
people living
Yes.
in it.
Yes.
And it is good thing that you can't see me right now as I air quoted one word from that last sentence.
That's right.
which
Living.
No, stop.
That's what you
Which
said.
may be considered a spoiler, but I gave the whole sentence. I might have been that or odd but you went and gave it away.
You said the
So
air
you
quotes.
just spoiled the whole movie.
Is this like a Sixth Sense situation?
You're the one that put the air quotes on living.
Nobody saw it though.
You did.
But
you
you
did
I said
talked
emphasis.
about-
something from the previous sentence.
Yeah, but you
you
gave.
had
You
talked
literally
about-
gave it
You
emphasis. You
just-
literally gave
You just
vocal
wrecked
recognition
everything for
to the air
everybody in
quotes.
the world that hasn't seen this.
Okay, you
Way
know
to
what?
go, Jim.
We're gonna say there may be a couple spoilers in this one. I'm not gonna lie. Some of mine review will have spoilers.
Does someone see dead people?
Well, we'll see.
As a relationship develops between Adam and Harry, Adam finds himself drawn back to his hometown where he hangs out with his parents, I guess, even though they're dead.
Yeah. That's what they were. They were
Yeah.
dead.
But he was hanging out with them and they've been dead for like 30 years. So this is a unique journey that makes no sense and perfect sense all at the same time. Adam seems to need to resolve his own issues before he can help Harry with his. This movie seems to exist somewhere between reality and spirituality, and it inhabits that space pretty well. I liked the film a lot. It was meh.
Okay, well,
Bing, bing, bing.
looks like
And I was trying not to spoil anything, but apparently Jim's just coming full bore ahead
I'm
with
coming to
spoilers.
town.
Talking to his dead parents. That's all I got.
That's right. Well, gonna hear more about it right now, Mur. So pacing in this was very slow moving and at times almost drawn out. The story opens up as we get to know both our main characters and Adam Scott's character, who plays Adam, as
Andrew.
Bryce has already alluded
Andrew
to.
Scott. Adam Scott's a different actor.
Sorry, Andrew Scott. You're right. It plays
Scott's
Adam.
Adam Scott's from
Did I
Hot
say
Tub Time
Andrew
Machine.
Scott? Adam Scott?
You said Adam Scott.
No, it's
Andrew.
Andrew
You
Scott
said
plays
Adam.
Adam.
He said
Well, he plays
He
Adam.
does play Adam. That is confusing. I never
in
actually
Hot-
connected that.
Who's in
Yeah.
the Hot Tub Time Machine too?
That's right.
Yes.
Well, there's
Among other
not
things.
even a hot tub in this movie.
Oh.
Anyway,
See, he existed before this movie.
I guess.
Unlike Andrew Scott, who I've never heard of.
So, the way they introduced his parents was unique as he sees them as the age they were when they died and him as an adult.
Yeah, like probably older than they are.
Yeah, he's actually probably older than them.
Well, maybe
actually,
not.
Yeah, no, I think he is because
He's
he's
pretty close.
got wrinkles.
He's got some wrinkles.
Which threw me off a bit because it was not a flashback or a memory of his parents,
It was-
but of him reintroducing himself to them as an adult gay man.
It was like,
It was like, what's going on here?
I was watching it. I literally went,
I said double, huh? The story kind of settled into a slump in the middle, and I started thinking the uniqueness and creativity of this film started losing its edge. But then things started to happen, and it changes. I, unlike Bryce, am not afraid of ghost stories. But this didn't feel like that type of story,
it was a ghost story.
but more as a cleansing or an awakening. Also, for
was that
anyone
too.
who has never seen queer cinema, this may be a good one to start with because they really make you feel that Adam's character did not have a lot of experience in the gay community. So it was almost like a how-to film on being gay as we are introduced to our other lead, Paul Mescal, who
Yeah.
plays Harry.
Harry.
I do not want to spoil this for everyone.
I was trying not to. And
Yeah.
then
Well,
you went and spoiled it for everyone.
we still haven't spoiled it yet. It's
You
coming.
I already
have.
said he was talking to dead people.
Well, we just said living in quotes. Yeah, so I don't want to really spoil this for everybody, but I will spoil it for some people, I guess.
Just spit it out.
You go ahead and spoil it.
But what I thought was going to happen was not what actually happens. And as it came out of its slump that was the middle of the film, right up until the end, I was like, huh. See, there it again. I really like this film. But as the credits roll, I'm like, no, I'm still actually thinking about this film. And 2 days later, I'm still thinking about this film. It's great to see queer cinema that comes from a different perspective and angle and shows a solid relationship that is love. But just like M. Night Shyamalama Ding Dong's Sixth Sense, I'm going to, again, try not to spoil the surprise. So, but instead of I See Dead People, the subtext of this film might be called I See Dead People Who Fuck.
Exciting.
I am still processing this film.
Yeah, I'm still not sure what it is.
I feel it's kind of hard to talk about.
So it's not really a thriller.
It's
well,
no, it's not. There's nothing
slow-moving
thrilling
drama.
about
No,
it.
it's not a
except
thriller.
for some of the sex scenes are pretty.
Yeah, I thought there
thrilling.
would be some killing or something something would come to a head and
I don't. Yeah, like
somebody would betray the other
No.
one.
Here's the thing. Like,
no, it was made for
It's-
me. It was not a lot happened.
It was slow.
yeah, you know what? because I can't stop thinking about this film and I'm still processing it, it was Mondo for me.
I don't blame you. I was close.
Yeah, like, you know what? There is a slump in the middle of the film that kind of dragged me into the slumpiness, or Slumpsville, as I like to call it. But the ending is so good that it just brought me to a point of complete joy, and I can't stop thinking about this movie. There's a lot of questions I have, and I kind of don't want to share them too much, but let's unpack a couple of things. So, don't you think it was kind of creative that they had the parents, him visiting the parents as they were at the age that they died?
It was the only way they could do it. How else? When were we supposed to visit them? They're dead.
Well, but it's not like normal. It's not like normal films.
No,
like he would have like a memory of it. Like he's actually going.
No,
and,
he's going out and he's hanging out with them and he's talking and he's talking.
It was unique.
He's working a lot of stuff out in this movie.
Yeah,
it's kind of therapy. This whole movie is one big therapy session.
Yeah, it is, and it was. I found that unique and refreshing.
So if you like watching the therapy session for 90 minutes, this is a movie for you.
Really
but throw in some good old fashioned gay sex,
and there's some gay sex. Yeah,
it's pretty good. The sex is gay.
No, it was a unique ride. I enjoyed it a lot, and it does leave you with a bunch of questions when the whole thing's over.
Yeah,
I'm still not 100% sure of a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
I'm like 90% sure of most of it.
Yeah.
But if someone came out with a different argument, this is actually what that meant, or this, I'd be like, all right.
But that, you know what? That's what I like.
As long as they make a compelling argument. But I think you could make a few compelling arguments about what went on in this movie.
Yeah, I agree. And that's why I love this film so much.
Which adds to why it was good.
Yeah, I really think we need more queer cinema that stretches people's imaginations and boundaries, and this totally did that for me.
Yeah, no, it was good.
And it had, there's pretty much only sort of 4 characters through the whole movie.
Wasn't there a girl at some point?
Yeah, there was
I saw a girl in the trailer, and it wasn't an old person.
That was his mom.
You were really?
Yeah, she was young. She was younger than him.
Yeah, she was the same age as them.
Yeah, I think there's only 4 people in this.
Yeah,
whatever. Anyway.
Yeah.
By the way,
some people in the background occasionally, but
By the way, Bryce.
Yes.
Andrew Scott did exist before this movie.
No, he didn't.
He was in 1917.
Probably as like an extra.
He was a lieutenant. He had lines.
He had lines.
Oh,
did he?
He
didn't just stare off.
No.
Oh,
he was in Alice Through the Looking Glass. He was in
remember.
Victor Frankenstein.
He's everywhere.
And he was in Spectre.
He's practically been in everything, Bryce.
Spectre. Everybody was in Spectre.
You're
it's like
saying.
a cast of thousands.
You're back to being dumb.
I don't.
Mostly a TV actor.
I don't know who this guy is.
Anyway, well, you do now.
The important thing to know that there was one other character. It was a waitress.
There you go.
Oh yeah, it was a waitress. I didn't remember that now.
Yeah,
she came in.
She gave them food.
She had a lot.
That was that's right.
I don't know, whatever.
But there's pretty much just.
Wonder if she was. Huh.
Yeah.
So just these 2 gay guys.
I know, right? Yeah, he was. We didn't totally spoil this.
I'm still not sure where this took place, to be honest.
Yes, me neither. This is. You know what? I can't believe you didn't love this movie. Like, it is a lot. It is written for you, actually.
Yeah. No. I can see that.
I highly suggest people see this film. And if you're afraid of queer cinema, this would be one to start with, because you kind of get to learn a little bit about some stuff, and I liked it. I love that. I love this movie.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, I'm really loving it. I'm still thinking about it.
I thought it was good.
I want to see it again, actually.
I don't.
All right.
Once was enough.
All right. So we also saw a movie called I.S. S.
Yeah, I didn't notice the period.
S.
I thought it was
S. Period.
But it's got
There's so many periods and S's in this movie.
There's only 3 periods.
Okay.
One after each of the
letters.
3 letters.
Because it stands for something.
Yeah. It does stand for
something.
It stands for.
Here's my take on I.S.S. Some space stuff happens that's obvious foreshadowing, followed by some camaraderie between the Russians and the Americans. Then nukes start exploding. A dude goes outside and then untethers himself for no real reason.
Yeah, no, he's trying to get to the thing.
All the while, he's
trying to get to the thing.
No one in the ship is following any protocols, and no one knows where anyone is during the entire time when someone goes outside a space station.
No, they know.
When a war breaks out.
Yeah, no, they
they
had
knew.
Communication. What are you talking about? But then they cut the communication. They sabotaged it. What were you watching?
Nobody knew where anybody was.
Oh,
like everybody's sitting. No, like
you would think with all the cameras aboard that station, they would have had.
There was so much.
Somebody was watching.
There was so much of something, but nothing was happening of anything. So protocols is absolutely nothing anybody would be due during any point in this movie. It's boring for most of the movie. Everything gets predictable and annoying.
Exactly.
Just like you two are being right now. And science doesn't apply. No characters are developed whatsoever. So I don't know anything about anybody.
One guy had a family. He wanted to get back to them.
And 2 of them were bonking.
And 2 of them were bonking.
Okay, that's what I call development for sure.
I know.
But
it was more than it needed.
I don't know or care if anyone was going to live or die as I watched this movie. Not just because I'm Canadian, but because I didn't know enough about anyone or care enough about
didn't they?
any of them.
Oh, they didn't identify.
They didn't identify it as
Isn't
Canadian.
that where it is now?
There should have been a Canadian flag on that.
There should have been.
I know, it used to be in the shuttle.
So
I think it's out there now.
That just proves that it's not real. Sorry, can I finish?
Sure.
All right.
Can I finish?
That's right. Then common sense prevails.
Did it?
No.
Okay.
And the ending is stupid, and I didn't care about anything. And it's a space movie, which are normally always boring and dumb. And this movie was terrible. I hated literally every second of it. It was a total rage. Yeah.
Every second.
Yeah, I can't think of it. Please convince me there was a second that I could have enjoyed.
A second of it you might have liked.
Let's see what Merman has to say about this.
I get to talk? Awesome.
Well, I don't know. You guys didn't shut the fuck up the whole time.
I'll be brief because I agree with everything you said. My favorite line from the numerous reviews I read after watching this.
Yes.
In space, no one can hear you snore.
Yeah. Oh, I meant to say.
Sums it up.
I meant to say there is one line.
It's scream.
If it was exciting, I would have screamed. It wasn't.
As I said on our social media, in space, everyone hears us rage.
There you go. This movie is so dumb.
How dumb is it?
It actually tricks itself into thinking that it's trying to be intentionally stupid. This movie is a waste of space. Outer space.
Waste of outer space.
The premise is ridiculous. Defies all logic. Like, the whole world is destroyed by nukes. Who the hell cares about a piece of junk up in space? And as the plot furthers, we discover it's falling down to the earth.
There's 6 people on board.
There's 6 people, but because they have no support from their Houston or Russia or whatever, there's no one to help them.
They should have just beamed down.
And the stupid space station is like basically falling out of the sky.
Yes.
So they're going to be dead anyway. So who cares if they kill each other?
They should have just beamed down or used the force or something.
Yeah.
Oh no, the ending was awesome. Where the surviving people, after all the carnage...
Oh, here's a spoiler, by the way.
They get onto the shuttle and they head down to Earth, which has been destroyed by nukes.
Wait,
like our blue and green planet is now all red.
Nah, there's a couple little spots.
I thought they floated off and they were on Mars.
Antarctica, maybe.
I thought they were on Mars.
Maybe they went to Mars or the moon. I don't know. But anyway, this is a tremendous rage. It was so bad.
Maybe I'll move to Mars.
I'm just anxious to find one thing that Bryce liked about this.
To the stars.
Was he awake?
I don't know.
I think he might have slept throughout.
He's actually sleep singing right
Maybe
now.
I'll move to Mars. Huh?
Yeah, wake up.
Plateau.
Wake up.
It's from Magenta Lane.
Yeah,
I like that album.
No idea what that is.
They kind of sound like the Beatles.
Let's keep
only
this.
they're from like.
Let's keep this
they're from the East Coast
international.
of Canada.
Let's keep this international space station falling.
I didn't
towards
even
Earth.
know they were from like the Maritimes until like recently. I was like, really?
Just another example of your idiocy today.
I was like, wow, I did not know that.
All right, get on with it. Some of us want to go home.
So there was actually another review that actually said something different
Oh.
in the trailer for I.S.S, and it's the one that's on the trailer.
Oh, because then you know it's accurate.
It quotes the quote from the review says that turns out they can hear you scream in space.
And you're screaming because the movie's so terrible.
That's all well and good, but a better question is, as Murray had alluded to, can you hear me snore from space? Because if you can, then you may have heard me during this film. And it is too bad, as the film looks pretty good. And the music was outstanding.
There's the one thing.
Albeit completely wasted on this boring piece of cinema. By the way, when I say great music, what that means is it not having to suffer through the Scorpions' Winds of Change. I mean the musical score by Anne Nikitin. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Just so we got that straight.
Yeah, of course, because they did play Scorpions, and I think I threw up a little bit.
Yeah, it was horrible. I hate the Scorpions at the best of times, to be honest. No one like you.
Who does?
I'm not doing the things you do. It's all terrible.
Aren't they Canadian?
No.
Oh, I
No.
thought they were.
No.
You know what? There's still a lot of Canadian bands that are bad, Murray.
Yes,
Just
there are
the
a lot of them.
Scorpions aren't one of
Oh,
them.
well, I know. I hear them on the radio pretty much every day at work.
I would
Not
say
me.
that ultimately this movie wasn't actually as horrible as you guys are making it out to be, but it
What?
bored me to the point of mild rage. But that's still a rage. It had a pace about
It
it.
had no pace.
Had
Nothing
no
made any
pace.
sense.
I only dozed off like twice.
Only twice?
Yeah.
It was only
And
90
I
minutes
snapped
long.
back out of
Yeah,
it.
but when
And
you
that's
fell
the other
asleep,
thing.
more
They could
nothing
have stretched
happened.
this piece of crap into 2 hours. So thank you to whoever made this 90 minutes, who made that call, because that's perfect amount of time for this. 80 minutes would have been better.
I think 20 minutes.
70 minutes would have
20
been even
minutes.
better.
Could they have done it as a short?
Yes.
Yeah. Easy.
But,
45 minutes.
You know,
It was terrible.
it was pretty bad. I thought the special effects were decent.
Okay.
Special.
I thought the
effects.
music was good.
Okay.
The performances were fine.
Were they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
were.
okay, they were okay.
It was just not a good movie.
It's terrible. This movie's awful.
It's just a mild rage.
All
There's
the
stuff in
all
there
the
where it's like,
all the story that they kind of tried to put in there made no sense. All the science was terrible.
The science made no sense. I'm not into science. And I don't give two shits about space. I'm 53 years old. I'm not getting to another planet. Like, I'm dying on this one. So I don't give a crap what they do up there.
Yeah.
And
You
it
know,
can happen in our lifetime.
the more I was thinking about it, I can't decide which one I hated more, Gravity or this one.
oh, Gravity was awesome.
I like
No,
Gravity.
I like
it's
Gravity.
I did like
not.
Gravity.
It's
Gravity was
terrible.
fantastic.
Oh, you
Awesome.
mean when they landed it? They
Nah,
fell.
Gravity wasn't awesome, but it was good. I didn't
No.
hate it.
It was 90 minutes of Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Sandy,
Sandy.
In space.
get your Sandy on.
And like 5 minutes of, who else was in it?
No,
Clooney?
I remember.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember seeing this and
that would be Rosemary's
Rosemary's
Clooney's
nephew.
nephew.
Rosemary
right.
Clooney's
Nephew.
nephew.
That's
yes.
correct.
That's right. Well, you know what?
Otherwise, people don't know who you're talking
Of
about.
course. Nobody knows who he is.
Space movies.
Well, they know who Rosemary Clooney's nephew is. They're like, oh yeah, that George kid.
Our listeners don't even know
Jorge.
who Rosemary Clooney is.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, that's
He's
Give our-
done a movie
give our-
in like 40 years.
Give them some
give
credit.
our listeners some credit.
Whatever.
That's all they know.
That's true.
The only space movie that could be possibly good is one that has an alien eating or killing people.
Yeah, I was waiting for an alien. Like, if there was an alien on board the space station, that would have been interesting.
stupid. That's
Or,
not the movie they
or
were
one of those
making.
rats would have
Yeah.
mutated and like
No.
started killing. Then I would have been on
Yeah,
board with
exactly.
That would have been poopy.
Oh, how about I'm sorry, because the science was so good. And
Science was terrible.
He untethers himself. That was when he
Untethers
untethered himself. I was like,
Yeah, you had
okay,
to
this
reach
is-
the thing. You couldn't get to it.
Did he have to reach it?
Yeah, because he had to check it out. Because that's what he was out there for.
Why would a space
he didn't
station
know he was
have
gonna-
a
he didn't-
short tether instead of the tether
Yes.
that could make him go to any place on the space station?
Hey.
Everything you're saying is
Human
dumb.
error, my friend. Human error.
No,
it exists. It exists.
No, it doesn't happen in space.
Not with
exists.
scientists.
It doesn't happen in
who
space.
live on
exists.
that thing.
It doesn't.
These guys have lived on it for like a year and think they would know shit by now.
Oh,
Yeah, they're not-
hey! By the way, did you bring the big tether or did you bring the short tether that
It's
only
like,
reaches?
crap,
that
I brought
only-
the small
Did you
that
one.
bring
only
the extension-
reaches.
did you
It
bring the-
reaches almost
Why would
there.
Why would you have a short tether?
Did you bring
it
the
doesn't even make
Because
Did you bring the
sometimes you don't need
extender?
a whole lot of tether. You don't want a bunch of tether.
They forgot
catching
the
on
extension
stuff.
cord on the other ship.
I want to tether something around my neck and
Anyway, yeah, no, it was terrible. And
The movie was
unfortunately-
bad, but it wasn't
and it
that
was
bad.
like
It was
one of the
still
only
rage,
movies
though.
that came out this weekend. So
Yeah, well,
there you go.
There you go.
Lucky us.
well, that's enough of that.
That's enough of that.
Oh yeah, here's what we want.
Well, I got two this week.
Oh,
To what?
Twofold.
Oh.
What does that mean?
A twofer. We're getting a twofer.
Twofer.
Make it quick. I'm watching Switchback. That's how
Don't ask him to explain that
You
again.
had to answer the morning. That's how you had to answer the phone on Sunday mornings.
That's literally one of his stupid catchphrases.
Because
Mary. Don't-
Switchback was on CBC,
Oh,
and if they phoned you during the Switchback show, you say, "Make it quick, I'm watching Switchback," and they give you a prize.
That's just stupid.
Yeah,
I can't believe you actually watch TV.
yeah, he did.
I was a kid. I didn't know any better.
The first thing is a rage and a disappointment.
Oh, what?
Well, we went to a movie on Monday night at my local cinema.
Yes,
The one that I usually go to, which
Yes.
is close to both me and Bryce.
yes.
And newly renovated. Nice fancy seats and everything. Discovered that the theater
What?
on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays closes down at 7:30. Basically, as soon as the movie starts at 7, they close the concession, shut down the arcade, everything.
Yep.
I'd like to say this is a new concept, but it has disturbingly become more popular.
Well, in our
It started with the downtown one, which is probably going to be closed in the next 2 months when they
Yeah.
bulldoze it.
Yep.
But they only had like movies 4 nights a week.
Yep.
They didn't have late shows anymore. Our favorite art house cinema, which we spent a lot of time at.
Yep.
Our buddies at the Globe, I think they only have movies like 3 nights out of the week.
Yep.
And how long before most of these theaters are going to be like that?
Preaching to the choir, mister.
They're only going to be open like Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. That's it. Like,
Yep.
that's just stupid. So, yeah, I'm disappointed by that. And, of course, replacing that is streaming services. They are slowly taking over the world. These guys aren't paying attention. They're playing with the dog. Recently...
I'm trying to get the dog to not destroy the place.
Recently, an NFL playoff game in the U.S. was streamed only on Peacock, which means anybody who wanted to see it had to sign up for their streaming service to watch a football game that used to be on their regular TV.
What?
Like in the U.S., they have like 4 basic channels you can get with an antenna. They took it off of that and put it on a streaming service. And it was like the Chiefs, like the most popular team right now.
The chefs.
The Chiefs, yeah.
The Patrick Mahomeses.
So basically, that was one of them. Then I just recently read that wrestling, WWE, as of 2025, is moving to Netflix.
What?
It's moving from, I think now it's on, I don't know, USA Network or something, but it's on Sportsnet here in Canada. But it's
thought it was
now
on NBC.
it's now going to be on a streaming service.
I thought it was
Next
already
year.
on Peacock.
Well, not on American channels, like not basic cable. Like NBC doesn't show it on Mondays. It's on one of their other ones.
Yeah, it's on Peacock.
Yeah, again, need to sign up for the
I
streaming
know,
service.
but they already are doing that.
But they're moving to Netflix. Which means you got to spend $20 a month.
Didn't
to
they
watch.
sign like a zillion-year
Yeah, like
contract with...
$5 billion or something. No, they signed it with Netflix. Like $5 billion or something. I don't know. But
What happened to their contract with NBC?
No idea.
Okay.
Anyway, so basically people are being forced to sign up to watch things they used to watch for free. So
Yeah, when
my
commercials
opinion-
used to pay stuff.
And yeah, they don't even have commercial free. That NFL game, which you had to pay whatever, $10, $15 to sign up for Peacock to watch, they still had commercials. But the point of commercials is to pay for the broadcast. If you're already signed up to pay for the damn streaming service, you shouldn't you should just listen to the damn announcers talk for 2 minutes.
Oh, dude, you
Anyway.
you just talk about my bitch with Stack TV.
So anyway, I freaking hate streaming services. Well, I don't know if I'll ever pay for one. Anyway, my second minute,
Oh,
which is going to make you guys rage.
I already am raging.
But you know it's coming.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is, of course, the Oscar nominations, which came out on Tuesday.
What are the Oscars?
What are the Oscars?
Is that like a television program?
It's an award show you don't like. Anyway, so just to try to make it brief. Of course, Oppenheimer leads the pack with 13 nominations.
How many nominations does Ben Affleck have?
0, because he sucks.
Well, now we know the Oscars are a shame.
Poor Things got 11.
Deserved.
Barbie got 8.
Deserved.
Killers of the Flower Moon got 10.
Should have got
Not so
0.
much.
But not Leo.
Deserved.
Deserved.
And
to not get one.
Maestro got 7.
Not deserved.
Not deserved.
And Holdovers and American Fiction both got 5.
Homeowners?
Holdovers.
Holdovers.
Oh, holdovers. That was excellent. That's
Just to briefly break it
55.
down, Best Actor
150.
Bradley Cooper got nominated.
5,555.
Your guy Coleman Domingo
Yes.
got nominated.
Yes.
Yeah, he wasn't that
For
good.
The Color
in that.
Purple.
Paul Giamatti,
He wasn't that good in it.
Killian
Color
He's had
Purple?
he's been a way better performance. By the way, I've seen The Color Purple now.
Oh, good.
and Jeffrey Wright got nominated.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
Jeffrey Wright always deserves to be nominated for everything.
Best Actress, we got Annette Bening from Naiad,
Oh, yeah.
and her co-star got nominated.
Yeah, Jodie Foster.
Both for Star.
Jodie Foster.
For
So-
Naiad.
Oh, yeah, she was good in that.
She's supporting.
Jodie
Lily
Foster from that
Gladstone
Jodie
would pro-
Foster movie.
Lily Gladstone would probably win. Sandra Hüller from Anatomy of a Fall.
Mm-hmm.
Carey Mulligan and Emma Stone from Poor Things.
Nice.
Who I would like to see win, but probably won't. Best Supporting Actor, Sterling K. Brown.
Yep.
De Niro.
Yep.
No.
Not earned.
Mr. Downey Jr.
Yeah, he was
who
good.
He was good.
I'm actually sad to say
He was-
he would actually deserve it.
He was so good that for about 30 seconds in that, when I didn't know he was in it, I thought he was Jeremy Irons.
There you go. And as I've said before,
That's how good he was.
it is probably the only part of that movie I enjoyed was actually Robert Downey Jr., which was weird to say because I hate the guy. And of course, you know who else is nominated?
Mr. Potato.
My guy, Mr. Potato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, the only person who deserves to win it, because he's never been good in anything, and he's great in that movie.
And
He was good
Let's
in
not forget
Foxcatcher.
our CanCon, which to me will be the highlight of the whole ceremony. Mr. Ryan Gosling was nominated for Best Supporting Actor, and his song also got nominated. I swear, if they let him sing that song at the Oscars, that will be the best part of the show.
As long as Simu Liu's on there, I don't care.
I don't know.
Wait,
I don't
I'm
know.
not even
He got-
watching
he got
it, so I don't
nominated.
even
Anyway, Best Supporting Actress, blah blah. Emily-
Wait, did Alan get anything?
Who's Alan?
By the way, I don't think
Michael
it's
Cera.
Best Supporting Actress anymore, isn't it? Best Supporting
And
Female
supporting
Actor.
role, whatever. Blah blah blah. Who cares?
That's what they call it now. It's
Anyway,
weird.
it's actress.
Why did actress become a derogatory mark?
I don't know.
I'm not sure about that one.
I don't think
I
they
get
need-
a lot of stuff, but that one
Anyway.
I don't.
I feel sad for the people that identify as they.
Yeah,
So,
whatever. Well, they don't have a category. for it.
yeah, well, see, this is what makes the Oscars
Anyway,
still completely
So
stupid.
besides Jodie Foster, America Ferrera got nominated for Barbie, but no Margot Robbie. She missed it. And also,
Wah, wah.
also for director, no Greta Gerwig, which was also a big slight. Best animated, it was actually a two film race between Boy and the Heron and the Spider-Verse. I can't see the other ones winning.
What are the other
They're both
ones?
good.
I don't know, a bunch of stuff I never heard of.
Probably stuff I liked.
Maybe. I
Those
don't
were
watch,
both
I don't
good,
watch
though.
cartoons. And of course, director, we got the old guys, Scorsese.
Boo.
We got Nolan.
Yay.
We got Lanthimos,
Yay.
but no Greta Gerwig.
Well,
And
it was a mad
international,
movie anyway.
your guys' favorite category, Perfect Days.
Nice.
Society
better
of
days.
the
I'm looking
Snow.
forward to seeing it.
Society of the Snow, yeah.
Teacher's Lounge.
Teacher's
Yes.
Lounge was excellent.
Yep,
Io
made our top 10.
Capitano.
That I don't know what that is.
And this one that hasn't even come out yet, Zone of Interest.
No, it's been out.
It's been out.
Well, not here.
Just not here in our city.
Mm-hmm.
And musical score, we've got 91-year-old John Williams nominated for Indiana Jones.
Ugh.
And American Fiction, and Killers of the Flower Moon, and Oppenheimer, and Poor Things.
Actually, I would say the only thing I liked about Killers of the Flower Moon was the music.
There you go. I don't know who did it, but yeah. And lastly, Best Picture, ones you've all seen. American Fiction, Anatomy of a Fall,
Yay.
Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon,
Yay. No.
Maestro,
No.
Oppenheimer,
Eh.
Past Lives, Poor Things, and Zone of Interest, which I still have no idea what it's about.
Nice.
Anyway,
Well, we're looking forward
there
to
you
seeing
go.
it.
Watch or not, at your peril. I'm probably going to watch, except I have to work the first hour and a half.
Wah,
So,
wah.
whatever. What? You have something else to say? I don't think you did.
No, I just something's funny went into my head.
Something funny went into your head? Are you going to share with the class or no?
I could if you want to.
Yeah, sure. Tell us.
Okay, so apparently when they were making We Are the World,
Oh, you're talking about this again?
I didn't hear it.
no, Paul Simon says, if they dropped a bomb on this place John Denver would be at the top of the charts again.
What?
Because all the talent was in one room.
Okay.
Ouch, that was an insult.
That is insult.
Whoa.
That's
Paul
not
Simon.
entirely true.
Paul Simon, you're
because
terrible.
Those were only.
I could be misquoting it. I'm
Those
pretty
were-
sure it was Paul
those
Simon.
were only-
I'm like 100%
Those
sure
are only
it was.
Americans.
Yes.
There's a whole slew of British ones.
There is. But yeah.
Yeah, there was Band-Aid going on the other side of the world.
Exactly.
They would have dropped a bomb on both at the same time.
Wait, wasn't there a Canadian song they put out too?
Yeah,
There was.
Northern Lights.
Yeah.
Tears not enough.
Yeah, didn't Getty Lee
Don't you know
Geddy Lee,
the
Bryan
tears
Adams,
are not enough?
That
there?
French
that was,
chick?
That was a better song.
Exactly. Totally was.
I'm trying to think.
I don't know who wrote
of
it,
the
but-
3 songs, they were all pretty awful. So I'm going to go with none of them.
Yeah, okay. Moving on.
Temperature rising. Vision blurring. Rage taking over.
But they all did a lot of good. I'm glad they raised a lot of money.
They raised
Yes.
Even though they were awful.
And Bob
Geldof.
Geldof is amazing.
He is amazing. He actually, never mind. I feel like I'm talking too much.
You are.
Yeah.
This is Jim's
And
moment.
most of the stuff you're saying is pretty stupid today. So,
Yeah, well.
which actually makes
That
me
is
happy.
that is to be debated. I would
Bear's got
side
the
on the
music
fact
cranked.
that what I'm saying today is actually rather intelligent.
Well, people will share it with us and play back. Okay, so my rage this week is space movies without aliens. That's like, why
That's
bother? I absolutely hate science-based space movies. I like science fiction space movies.
You like fantasy movies.
I like fantasy movies also, but I don't like
Wasn't Dune
science.
kind of in space?
Yeah, but it's a science fiction fantasy movie. That's why I love it so much. I also like the book, and I like the original with Sting because he was awesome. But yeah, my rage this week is space movies like that are based on science. First off, I've never seen one that is potentially accurate.
How do you know? You're no space expert.
I like Apollo 13.
I know science
Let's watch that
because I was a science genius as a child.
I'm
I was
sure
one
you
of those
were.
children that traveled the world doing science facts. I think I was actually pretty close to Bill Nye
Were ya?
once at an event I went to.
Steal his bow tie.
No, but I got to brush my hand against his pant leg.
Wow.
You know the ring announcer Michael Buffer? Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready to rumble.
One time when I was in Vegas, I actually crossed right in front of his row, and the guy breathed in my nose almost.
Nice.
And he has the mintiest fresh breath you've ever smelled in your life.
Are you ready to mint fresh?
Oh, he has to take care of
That's
his.
crazy.
He has to take care of his mouth. It's his.
Yeah. And he
his
had
bread and butter.
a beautiful blonde on each arm.
Of course he did.
I think I was 18 at the time. I was
Sure,
like,
it wasn't
man,
one of his brothers.
I wish I was an announcer.
This guy's my hero. That was 18-year-old
Fresh
me.
breath and two young ladies.
And a hot girl on each arm.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's right.
But man, that was the mintiest fresh breath I've ever smelled.
It
in
was
my life.
if it was in Vegas.
crazy.
They very well may.
Sorry,
have
what
been,
were we talking about?
If it was in Vegas, they may have been working girls. Just saying.
Who knows? But you know what I know? Science movies. They annoy
All
me.
right. I forgot.
Science-based fiction science movies.
Here's a question I have for you.
Yes.
How did we get from there to Michael Buffer's breath?
I don't know. You the one who mentioned it.
Because you're on. Because I said I touched
You're
the
on some
pant
kind-
leg of
Oh,
Bill
yeah,
Nye.
see? So this
and
was
you
all
tried
your
to
fault.
one up
You're
me,
on some kind of
which doesn't
tangent
even
tonight.
come
I'm not sure what the
close
deal is.
to anything.
No,
Bill
but this was
Nye's
all your
pant
fault.
leg. Bill Nye's pant leg.
Did it
is
smell
way-
minty fresh?
You know what? It didn't need to smell. It was Bill Nye's pant leg. I got
touched his pant leg, and he became smarter just.
That's
by
right. Just
osmosis.
by being in his presence.
by osmosis.
Wow, I hate to
And
see
you-
if you didn't touch his pant
And
leg.
exactly. And here you are walking around with not even fresh minty breath. Like
No, my breath smells horrible.
exactly.
You got
That was-
you got to quit making out with your dog.
Wait, I want to change my rage this week. It's Bryce.
Bryce's breath.
No, it's just Bryce.
Just Bryce in general.
Yes.
He has diarrhea of the mouth tonight.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, because it stopped coming out his ass, and now it's coming out his
Pure
mouth.
so.
genius is coming
I
out.
guess so. Oh God.
My rage is the same as Murray's. It's just that all the theaters are like closing down on weird nights and no late shows and gaps in the schedule. And I just want to get back to everybody go to the theater. My rage is that you're not going to the theater. I know I've raged about it before, but I just go watch a movie in the theater. It's just so much better.
Even
It
a bad
really
one.
is. Just go.
Even if it's Taylor
Go right
Swift's
now.
movie song concert.
Wait until the end of the podcast and then go right to a movie. Cause
Even if it's ISS
No,
if
don't
it's
go to ISS. Don't.
no,
Don't do
it's
it.
or
whatever.
Beekeeper.
No.
Yeah, whatever.
Go
to-
back and
just go.
rewatch.
I don't care what you go to. Go to frickin' some
Color
piece of
Purple.
garbage. Go to Aquaman. I don't care. I don't care. I just want to see butts and seats. Although, let's maybe stay away from the Marvel DC stuff. And
Well, Disney has enough money; they don't need any more.
exactly. Go see a nice
DC has
independent
gone to hell
film.
anyway.
Yep.
Anyways,
Anyway.
That's good rage.
I forgot
All right,
what
then.
my rage was.
So not everything you said tonight was stupid. That's
No.
good.
Well, he stole from me, so
Yeah, exactly. I
'Cause
just
So
I
he
just,
is
I
still
just
stupid.
regurgitated what Murray said.
So he's still stupid.
'Cause
He
I'm
didn't
smart.
have an original idea.
There
I
you
love
go.
it.
Rage subsiding. Pulse slowing. Anger fading.
All right. We're back with the lists. For those of you who are just listening for the first time, well, welcome aboard. This week is exceptionally...
First time.
Yeah, it feels like the very first time.
Feels like the very first time.
isn't that a crappy band too?
Yeah, it is
Foreigner, I
another.
think.
It's another crappy band.
Is it Foreigner? I think it's Foreigner.
It's the other foreigner.
Austrian Foreigner Trooper. I don't know.
It's all the same.
They're all crappy.
all
No,
the
I'm pretty
same.
sure it's Foreigner, isn't
Chicago. I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, you can go to our
Chicago.
website and
it?
look
Saturday
at the list
in
page,
the park.
which is
I think it was
That's-
the 4th of July. That's Chicago.
yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah, it is a good song.
was
That's what
on
I'm
there.
saying. Chicago.
This is
Come
not-
on.
This is not a music.
We're not
podcast.
talking like 84 on Chicago. We're talking pre-84 Chicago, and they were good.
Well, you mean when they
With the
only had the one
horns and the whole deal.
back when they only had one album?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, they had a few. What are you talking about? They've been around a lot longer than that.
Oh no, it was Boston that only had one album.
They had 3 albums. They had an album that was literally called like Stage 3 or something.
That was the first one.
No, the first one was called Boston.
Okay, let's get back to what we were talking about. Everybody go look at our website, filmrageyyc.com.
That's good
and
advice, Jim.
look at the page called The Lists. On there you will find 5 lists. One is the Mesmerized, one is the Repulsive, one is Doubted, and one is Undoubted. And the last list, fairly new, is people that were once mesmerizing who got punted and then who punted them. And last week, Emma Stone got punted by
Did she?
Olivia Colman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a week after
The
you put her
favorite.
on there.
That's right.
I remember.
Which seems like a waste to me.
And so Murray dared us. Well, Bryce thought it was a dare. Asked us to see the mesmerizing Russell Crowe, who is completely mesmerizing for life. So he didn't count.
Nope.
Who was
Him.
left was Joaquin
His
Phoenix
co-stars.
and Djimon Hounsou.
Djimon Hounsou.
And I'll let
Diamond
Bryce.
Hounsou.
I will let Bryce tell you who is more mesmerizing in his opinion.
It was Joaquin
Crowe.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Diamond Hounsou just had kind of they both had quite a. I mean, Joaquin Phoenix had more screen time, but they both had enough
by
screen
much.
time. And Diamond Hounsou was just there, like he was just there. He didn't sink his teeth into the role. He didn't make an impression on me.
He warms your cockles of your heart because
I mean, he
has
does,
He has
but-
a smile that is genuine.
Right.
But you know what
But
else?
Joaquin Phoenix set out to make you absolutely hate him, and
Yeah,
you know
he
what?
And he
did.
succeeded.
You did, and he absolutely succeeded. And
And
why?
I've hated him
Because
ever
he was
since.
so damn mesmerizing.
I've
Is
hated him
why.
and everything ever since.
Yeah, you know.
That's a back-ass words opinion, though.
Just
He did
saying.
exactly what the role called for. So I don't understand how you could.
I can't.
How can you
I
hate
can't-
somebody who's
do you
so
want
good
no
at
villains
acting?
in movies? So if someone
No.
plays a villain,
No.
you no longer like them. I
It's
don't
not
understand.
just his villain roles. I've hated him in everything he's been in.
All
I
right,
kid
well, that's
you
not
not.
exactly
Yeah,
what
because he
said.
plays a good.
I
he
have
plays
not
the
liked
role
him.
well.
There was one movie no, sorry, that wasn't even him. It was his brother. Never mind.
Oh, right.
Yeah, no, it was like nothing I've ever liked him in. Except, okay, one thing.
All
I
right.
ever liked Joaquin Phoenix in. Ever.
All right.
All right.
As Johnny Cash.
Yeah, it was okay
He's
as Johnny Cash.
pretty good at that.
Oh.
It
That's
wasn't
it.
his best movie.
That's it.
No.
That's it. I've hated him in everything else.
All right. Well,
That is all.
I'm going to agree with Bryce that he was more mesmerizing. However, Murray, his first scene, he was not as mesmerizing as I was expecting.
Because he was a twerp back then.
Maybe, but
No, he was like the emperor's son or whatever.
yeah.
And he was a little shit.
Joaquin Phoenix is what emperor is he the son of?
Well, whoever he took over from.
Maximus.
I didn't understand Joaquin Phoenix came from royalty.
Well, his character, Maximus. Whatever else. What's his name? Comedies? I don't know.
Commodious.
Commodious? I don't know what. Commode? I don't know what the hell his
The
name
Commodores.
was. Whatever his piece of shit character was a little shithead.
So
Yes.
that was risky.
Till his
Lionel
dad
Richie
died.
leaving the Commodores.
Till his
but,
dad died.
Man, it paid off.
Then he became an asshole. So yeah, no kidding. The first scene he was in, he was a little shithead.
No.
I mean, really, you had
no,
to
what
be
I-
thinking. Lionel Richie leaves the Commodores, and you're like going, "There's no way that he's going to have the success he had with the Commodores." But he actually surpassed it. And at that off of that All Night Long album, I think he got like 6 or 7 Grammys. It was crazy.
Murray, is there a way you can reduce
him?
Bryce out of the mix?
I would
for
love
the
to.
rest
I'd
of
love
the
to get rid of him.
podcast?
I said diarrhea of the
I'm
mouth.
bringing the info today.
God, you're just rambling.
You're just talking about like
I'm
random thoughts
expounding on
come to your
things
head.
you guys are bringing up.
Okay.
Well, then lucky for you guys, you won't have to watch
Djimon Hounsou anymore?
Hounsou in his next matchup, which would have been Constantine.
Constantine.
We already watched Constantine
Peter,
for some.
did you compare him to Peter Stormare? I don't think
He wasn't in it long enough, so
Oh, okay.
no. That's where we lost Tilda Swinton.
That's where we lost Tilda Swinton.
We lost Tilda Swinton against
Peter Stormare.
Peter Stormare.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, he is actually still around in a few movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's
Because
mesmerizing.
he's mesmerizing.
I could really do this to you guys. I'm not going to.
Right,
Oh, okay.
good.
Well, you do what you do. You do
You do
whatever
you.
you
Okay,
think is best.
I'm gonna do it then.
Okay.
Peter's
Bring it on.
Peter Stormare,
Yes.
who's quickly running out of things to be in here,
Yeah. Let's do it then. What?
and Jeff Goldblum.
Oh.
Is Jeffy still on our list?
As far as I know, he was.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's in like 3 movies here.
Yeah, but
Ooh.
is Jeff Goldblum? Did he
Honestly,
survive?
I don't think he got taken off. This is the last one I printed off, as of November, and he
I
hasn't.
don't remember him being off. I don't remember watching a Jeff Goldblum movie.
No,
I don't
he
think he's
wouldn't.
ever been
wouldn't
challenged.
have.
He's
Anyway.
he's still on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lost World Jurassic.
Oh,
Park.
for the
They are both in it, and they both have more than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So there.
Son of a biscuit.
So if Stormare takes him down,
I think I've watched this like in the last
Oh, I
couple
know you
years.
have. I'm sure you have.
Like in the last couple years. So I got to
I
watch
watch
it
it
again.
like 5 times a year.
What is that? Is that Lost World? Is that Jurassic Park 3?
2.
2.
The second
One
one.
without Sam Neill.
Oh, yeah. That was the
Jurassic
one
Park
with
2.
Julianne
Jeff
Moore.
Goldblum.
Julianne
At least it wasn't Jurassic Park 3 because that was really awful.
They're all awful.
Yeah.
had-
There's levels
had
of
Macy in
awfulness,
it.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It had the
it
Macy.
sure did. And Taya Leone or
yeah,
whatever.
Tia
her name was.
Leone was enough to murder.
Sadly,
Make
did
me want to
did not
be
get
eaten by dinosaurs.
Speaking of
She did
repulsive.
not get eaten, sadly.
And she's not in this one, right? So
one, no.
these things are looking
No,
up.
Julianne Moore's in the second one.
Things are looking up.
And Peter Stormare.
Nice. Okay, well, I'm excited.
And Jeff Goldblum.
And Jeffy. All right. All right. A little happy
So when do I have to watch this by?
for next week.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Yep.
Uh,
Perfect. Let's do it.
All right, then.
But I don't have to do a Rage or Dare this week.
Oh,
don't know.
yes.
I-
You're
Because it's
gonna
not
find
my
out.
turn.
I
You're
think
gonna
you
find
might.
out.
Last week on Rage or Dare, Jim decided to chance fate and pull from Bryce's evil bag of musicals and rom-coms, where he pulled the 2009 film Did You Hear About the Morgans? This week, our two little masochists don't get a choice. They are pulling from our listener dare bag, or lately what they are fond of calling the listener bag of meh. Because apparently, they like to dare us to see movies that aren't that terrible. They're just Now let's check in with Jim and find out if the great and powerful sex kitten Hugh Grant can overpower his purely repulsive feelings for SJP. What say you, Jim? Oompa loompa doompa dee doo. I've got a tragic tale for you. Oompa loompa doompa dee dee. If you are wise, you'll listen to me.
Come on, I wanted more of that.
All right, yeah.
Not get
All
enough
right.
Oompa Loompa singing
Good
from
job,
Casey.
Casey. That was awesome.
Casey is always awesome. Don't
So just-
question the
Wait
power.
Wait a second. So you actually did a Rage or Dare movie for like the first time in a year, like by yourself? It wasn't like a duo
First time
thing?
this year.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember like
You know,
the last time you did a Rage
all
or
you
Dare.
have to
It
do
seems
is
to be
go-
me every week.
all you have to do is go on our website and see who does what.
See, that would require him actually using computers.
Yeah, we know what happens when he uses computers.
It never ends well.
It never ends well. Well, let me tell
Tried to
you.
hook up an Apple 4K the other day. That was a nightmare.
That was your
Did-
first mistake.
Did either of you hear about the Morgans?
I did not.
I heard about them.
All right. Well, at what point in the universe did anyone think that seeing Sarah Jessica Parker doing anything would be anything but repulsive? I mean, I've seen her repulsive before in movies. I mean, we were forced to watch her in both Sex and the City films. But this film takes her level of annoying to a whole new level.
Yeah, it does.
When,
Possible.
when you throw one of the most adorable and likable people, Hugh Grant, into a movie with her, just imagine what the cold, dead moons of Saturn would feel like circling a gaseous, poisonous mass of deadness. First to know, this starts out where our hero / most adorable Oompa Loompa that's ever lived, trying to get back with SJP, because he cheated on her and they are separated. So right away I'm like, how unbelievable is this that he would want to get back together with her? When logic dictates that he had the opportunity to run as fast away from her as the Flash or potentially a Superman or any other superhero could take him. Because, you know, he's Hugh Grant. He's like a superhero of awesomeness. But once I got over that fact that they were spending the entire movie together and not away from each other, which is what I thought it was going to happen, I get to see him by himself. And then I settled into the story. I was just as repulsed by everything that happens in this. They see some guy get killed, and then the killer is a professional killer, so he tries to kill SJP and not Hugh Grant for some reason. Smart man. So I'm already on Team Killer. That's what I'm saying right there. So they get put into witness relocation in Wyoming.
Right.
But not before SJP spends some time trying to be funny by saying she would rather die in New York before going anywhere else. Like, isn't that funny?
That makes perfect sense.
Isn't that funny? Like, doesn't that make you laugh?
Hey, when she delivers a line, I'm sure it was. You're probably not doing it justice.
I think I am. Her whole stick in this is that she is a New York socialite.
I know. That's her shtick in a lot of things.
Does that sound familiar, actually?
Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah, and her going to Wyoming is going to be funny, right? Because Wyoming is where Hicks are, right?
Fish out of water.
Yeah. This then takes the rest of the movie with this one note as the entire premise.
It's like reverse Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah. Here's a clue. It's not funny. She's repulsive through the entire movie. And if you have to go with her anywhere, I would prefer I was killed in New York as well. The sad thing in this is the music is pretty good. And Hugh, being caught in her orbit, didn't have much chance to be adorable. But Mary Steenburgen, Michael Kelly Vincent, and Sam Elliott did a pretty good job in their roles because they did not have to be in her orbit nearly as much.
Really? Mary Steenburgen. That's surprising because she's not terrific.
Yeah, she was actually not bad in this. Well, I mean, how do you judge anything? Like everything above SJP is like 27% more better. But just like Fate, nothing could save this film from being anything but annoying. With the power of the most annoying and repulsive actor that has ever lived. Well, maybe tied with Julia Roberts, but well played, Bryce.
Yes.
This was complete torture. And again, I subjected my wife to the first 15 minutes of it, to what point she said, "This is repulsive." And those were her exact words.
Yes. I saw it in the theater, by the way.
Yeah, so did I. Originally. I forgot that I'd actually seen it. Yeah. Oh, also, this is a rage, by the way.
Yeah.
It was so painful, and it's hurting my insides.
Yeah. No,
from
I
the
know.
out.
I was pretty happy when you pulled it.
But here's an example of some humor.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So, I can't breathe. The air's too clean.
So you picture her saying it. She's a socialite from New York. She's in the country. That's funny.
Here's another one.
Yes.
Should get you.
Yeah.
That's funny a week ago. She was basically Amish.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Neither did I. And that's why it wasn't funny. This movie's terrible.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I knew there was another reason why I hated you this week, and not just because you're annoying. It's because you made me watch that.
Annoying, entertaining.
Little bit of column A,
potato.
little column B. Okay, so we get to choose from our... We haven't got much from our audience anymore. I might have to reach out to some audience and say, hey, we need some rages. Bryce and I will be watching...
Yeah.
Oh! Fast and the Furious 6 from 2000.
No, really?
Bleep off. Okay, I think there should be a new rule that we can't just put Fast and the Furious movies. Because here's the thing, okay? We'll do a Fast and Furious 6, and then like 6 weeks later, we'll do Fast and Furious 4. And then we'll pull Fast and Furious 6 again, and we won't know the difference. We'll just watch it again because we have no freaking clue that we'd already watched the other one because they're all the same.
Well, no, they're not, Bryce, because Fast and the Furious 10,
They go to space.
you gave it a meh.
No, 9 they went to space.
Oh, 9 they went to space.
You gave Fast and the Furious 10 a meh. So no one's going to dare us to see that
Was that the one with Momoa?
Yeah.
Oh,
Momoa
okay. Yeah,
was
that
the
makes
last
sense.
one.
Yeah.
No, Momoa was the last one. That was 10.
That was 10. It was the last
Didn't I give it the meh?
Yeah, you did.
Yes, you did.
I didn't give the 9 the meh.
No.
No, you didn't.
You
Yeah,
gave that a rage.
I gave that a rage. 10 I gave him meh. Yeah. Yeah, that was meh.
No, they were
It
all,
is by far the best Fast and the Furious movie ever made.
Yeah. That I don't know how do you judge that. Like it's like you and your what's his name curve that you've got.
Affleck.
No.
No. Affleck doesn't need a curve. Affleck is the
terrible.
curve.
He's terrible in everything. Okay. So what's his name again?
I don't know.
Gerard Butler curve.
Yeah, the Gerard Butler.
I happen to like him.
the fast.
That's why I've got a Gerard Butler curve.
What, just for me?
Well, partly. Because I don't want you to make a poo-poo face every time I give him a rage. So now it's a Gerard Butler curve. He gets the occasional meh.
She did the last movie, Mission Kandahar, the terrible movie that was Mission Kandahar.
Because here's the thing, Murray. I think that Gerard Butler is a good actor.
I do too.
I just think he chooses awful, 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 awful movies. And I don't understand why, because I don't think he's a bad actor.
I find him highly entertaining.
So I have decided to now rate his movies on a curve.
And I love his accent.
The Gerard Butler curve.
Yeah. Hashtag the Gerard Butler curve.
Whatever.
All right. Well, we got our assignments for next week. And who knows what we're going to be coming back with new in cinemas. Probably something surprising.
Something.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Ragers, for listening. Thanks, extended Film Rage family. You can find in our show notes. Thanks to Casey, the nerdy photographer, for the voice of Rage or Dare. Find us on social media everywhere at Film Rage YYC. Check out everything Film Rage at filmrageyyc.com, including our merch site for Redbubble and TeePublic. We're always wanting to make this a raging blast for all listeners, so please comment, like, and subscribe, and give us emails to filmragecalgary@gmail.com. Dare to see terrible movies to fuel our rage, but no matter what you do, please, 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 make us a rage. And that's it for this week. Rage on.
Rage on.